Okay, fantastic. So keep that in the back of your head for now. I want to take a little bit of a look at the actions class just so you understand everything that we are about to do. So if I F12 into the actions class, which takes me to the definition, you guys can see that it belongs to the namespace openqa.selenium.interactions, and it's a class called actions that takes a WebDriver. There are a bunch of methods here that we talked about, such as the build method, which you guys are going to get familiar with. And the build method, if you want to see its definition, it builds a sequence of actions. There are many other different types of methods: click, click and hold, a context click that takes a web element, which is going to right click on a web element that you pass in, double clicks, drag and drops, key downs and key ups, move by offset, moving to an element, releasing an element, sending keys, and add actions. So you guys can see there are a ton of methods that are available with many different implementations, and I just wanted to show all of these to you guys so that you know it's available if you ever come across a situation that you need to, for example, move to an element or send keys to an element or drag and drop an element or double click an element. You know it's here and available for you, so go ahead and make use of it. Now that you know all of that is available, the question is, how do we actually make it happen? So let's start writing our test. We have our driver, we have our actions. Now we just need to get to our web page so that we can work with it. So I'm going to do driver.navigate, go to URL, and what's that URL? That's here. By the way, guys, quick story. Recently, I've been interviewing a lot of QA engineers for our automation testing position, and one of the interview exams that we give is a hands-on exam where we ask people to go to google.com and we leave this part out blank, and then they need to insert a string in here. And you would be so surprised how many people actually fail this portion of the interview, which is, to me, is crazy. But just by you guys knowing this part, you already know like 1/3 of the interview that we do. It's just kind of funny. I just wanted to mention that quickly. Anyways, so now that we navigated to the page, the next thing to do is going to be what? It's going to be switching to the frame, right? Because we can't interact with the web elements until we switch to the frame. So to do that, we're actually going to need a WebDriver wait class. So I'm going to put that in here. So again, this is going to complain. Let me pull out openqa.selenium.support.ui. And now this is going to take a driver, and this is going to take a time span from seconds. Let's say our timeout is going to be 6 seconds. Great. Oh yeah, of course it's complaining because it needs time span, so using system. So now we have our wait class, and with the wait class, we are frame to be available and switch to it. We're going to wait to the frame, and then we need to identify our frame. And by, of course, is missing, so let me import that as well. Control dot using openqa.selenium. Now by dot, and let me pull up my notepad again. It was by class name. Class name. And what was that class name? Demo frame. So now you see why I saved all of those properties in the notepad, right? So right here, we are waiting until our frame is visible, and then we're going to switch to it. If you're not familiar with expected conditions or the WebDriver wait or synchronization with Selenium WebDriver in general, you definitely need to watch my synchronizations tutorial, which goes in depth about having proper synchronization. I'm not going to cover that here. Here we're covering user interactions.